Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. Today's message is not one of those casual reminders you listen to while scrolling through your phone. No, this one is different. This one is urgent. This one is direct. If you've landed here, I want you to pay attention as if someone just knocked on your door and said, "You have a letter from the king, and it has your name on it." Because that's what this is. A personal message from Allah, the one who sees your struggles, hears your unspoken prayers, and knows exactly what's been done against you. Let me tell you straight, your enemies will beg for your forgiveness soon. And I'm not talking about some vague, far-off dream. I'm talking about something that has already been written in your story, long before you were even born. Allah has seen the tears you shed when no one else was watching. He has seen the way people have underestimated you, mocked you, or even tried to destroy you. And while they were plotting, Allah was planning. You see, there's a huge difference between a plan and a plot. A plot is what humans do. It's reactive. It's desperate. It's limited. But a plan from Allah? That's a divine script where the ending has already been decided in your favor. Now, some of you might be thinking, if the ending is in my favor, why am I still stuck in the middle of the pain? Ah, my dear brothers and sisters, that's because Allah loves drama. The good kind. The kind where His servant walks into the scene looking defeated, only for Him to flip the script so powerfully that everyone watching says, "Only Allah could have done that." Think about it. How would you ever know His power if He didn't let the situation look impossible first? And here's where I need you to lean in a little. What's about to happen in your life is not just about vindication. It's about transformation. You're not going to come out of this the same person you went in as. And that's exactly why Allah allowed those enemies to exist in the first place. They are part of your training. Like weights in the gym, they push against you. But in the process, they're building your strength. And when the day comes that Allah decides to showcase His power through you, those very same enemies will be the ones standing in front of you, not with arrogance but with trembling hands, saying, "Please forgive me." Imagine that moment, not as a scene of revenge, but as a scene of divine justice. Because here's the truth. When Allah elevates you, it's not a secret promotion. It's public. It's so obvious that even those who tried to bury you have no choice but to witness your rise. This is why I'm telling you to pay close attention today. There is a preparation happening in the unseen. You might not feel it yet. You might not see the signs clearly. But trust me, heaven is moving on your behalf. Before we dive deeper, let's be honest. Most of us don't really expect these turnarounds. We hope for them, sure. We pray for them, but deep down, a little voice whispers, "Maybe this is just how life is for me." That voice is lying to you. Because life is not a random chain of events. It's a carefully written story by the most wise. And if He has decided that your enemies will be humbled before you, nothing can stop it. Not their wealth, not their influence, not even the number of people they have on their side. I want you to stay with me for the rest of this message, because the details I'm about to share are going to connect the dots for you. I'll show you exactly why this promise from Allah is not just a comforting idea, but an inevitable reality. And by the end of this video, I'll make you a promise. I will pray specifically for you, that Allah not only grants you the victory you deserve, but also fills your heart with the mercy to handle it with grace. Because when the day comes that your enemies are on their knees, it won't be your ego that wins. It will be Allah's justice. And trust me, that's far sweeter than revenge. Let's go deeper, my dear brothers and sisters. You see, when Allah promises something, it's not like when a human promises you something. Humans can intend well, but still fail you. Maybe they change their mind. Maybe circumstances change, or maybe they never meant it in the first place. But when Allah declares a matter, it is already done. In the unseen, it's finished. What you're doing now is simply walking the path to the moment where you will see it unfold in the visible world. That's why I want you to shift your mindset from if to when. It's not if my enemies will regret what they did. It's when they will regret it. One of the most powerful things you can do during this waiting season is to resist the urge to act before Allah does. Because sometimes we're so hungry for justice that we try to create our own little revenge missions. But here's the problem. When you do it in your own strength, the victory is small, temporary, and often messy. But when Allah does it, it's clean, it's complete, it's undeniable. And best of all, it comes with a peace in your heart, because you didn't have to compromise your values to get it. I want you to think about the life of Prophet Yusuf. Here's a man who was betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a well, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. If anyone had the right to say, life isn't fair, it was him. Yet he didn't take shortcuts. He didn't plot against those who wronged him. He waited. And when Allah's timing came, the turnaround was so dramatic that the same brothers who once threw him away came begging at his feet for food and mercy. Do you see the pattern? The pain was real, but the elevation was even more real. And here's something else. Allah's plan is not just about you winning. It's about teaching everyone, watching a lesson in divine power. Your enemies are just the visible characters in the scene. But there's an audience too. People who have been silently observing, people who doubted you, people who wondered whether standing firm in faith really works. When they see what Allah does for you, it strengthens their faith as well. That's why your story is not just your story. It's a sign. But let's not pretend the waiting is easy. Waiting for justice can feel like walking through a desert with no end in sight. Every day you wake up wondering, is this the day? And then you face the same cold stares, the same hurtful words, the same isolation. It's exhausting, but I need you to remember something. Allah's delays are not denials. When He makes you wait, He's not ignoring you. He's perfecting the timing so that the victory is sweeter and more impactful than you imagined. If He gave it to you too soon, you might not be ready to handle it. And let's be honest. Sometimes we think we're ready when we're not. We think we've let go of bitterness, but deep down, we still want the satisfaction of seeing someone suffer. That's why Allah's process often involves softening our hearts before He gives us the win. Because when the day comes and your enemies are standing before you in regret, you will be able to look at them not with hatred, but with the calmness of someone who knows Allah is the true judge. And believe me, that calmness will shake them more than any revenge ever could. Here's the beautiful part. Allah doesn't just promise to humble your enemies. He also promises to elevate you in the process. He won't just bring them low, He'll raise you high. And this elevation is not just material. It's spiritual. It's emotional. It's the kind of growth that makes you unrecognizable to those who once knew you. They will see the light in your face, the confidence in your voice, the peace in your demeanor, and they'll know this is not the same person they tried to break. So as we move forward, I want you to start picturing that moment in your mind, not as a fantasy for your ego, but as a reality that Allah has promised. Picture it so clearly that you start walking today like someone who is already victorious. Because that's the truth. In Allah's book, the ending is already written. You're not fighting for victory, you're walking toward it. Now, let's continue to build the momentum. This is the part where I want you to internalize the magnitude of what's about to unfold. You may feel invisible, unheard, and overlooked by the world right now. Your enemies may think they have the upper hand, that their words and actions are stronger than your faith. But Allah's plan does not operate within human logic or timelines. He moves in ways that defy expectation, in ways that leave even the strongest skeptics stunned. What you are experiencing today, the setbacks, the dismissals, the betrayals, are actually the stage for your ultimate rise. Think about it. Every moment of suffering, every insult, every attempt to pull you down has been carefully orchestrated to refine you, to purify your intentions, and to test your patience. Allah never wastes a single tear, a single sleepless night, or a single moment of hardship. All of it is a building block toward the reality He has prepared for you. Imagine a sculptor chiseling a block of marble. Each tap may seem harsh, but the artist knows exactly what the final masterpiece will look like. That's what these trials are doing for you. Here's a question for you to consider. Are you going to keep reacting in ways that satisfy fleeting emotions, or will you hold your ground, trust Allah's timing, and let Him orchestrate the justice? Because when Allah intervenes, it is not just an ordinary victory. It is a triumph so monumental that your enemies won't know what hit them. They will be forced to acknowledge that there is a power far greater than human schemes. Their regret will not be fleeting. It will be deep, undeniable, and humbling. And let's not forget the subtle beauty in all of this. While your enemies are being humbled, you will be elevated not just externally, but internally. The patience you cultivate, the faith you strengthen, the reliance on Allah that you embody, these are the true treasures. Material success and vindication are blessings, yes, but the internal transformation is priceless. You will carry a peace and a confidence that comes from knowing you did not have to compromise your principles. You did not have to retaliate in anger, and yet Allah's promise manifested fully. It's important to remember that this process requires vigilance. You cannot let complacency or bitterness creep into your heart. Guard your intentions fiercely. Every time a negative thought or desire for personal revenge arises, counter it with remembrance of Allah, with patience, and with the knowledge that He is the ultimate judge and orchestrator. The more you surrender control to Him, the more magnificent the outcome will be. Think about those around you, the witnesses. People are always observing, consciously or unconsciously. How you carry yourself in times of trial sets an example. When your enemies see you standing firm, smiling despite the struggle, remaining dignified while they act out of spite, it sends a message stronger than any words could. It is a living testimony that true power does not come from manipulation, scheming, or intimidation. It comes from faith, integrity, and reliance on Allah. You may also notice that during this season, opportunities will start appearing that you didn't even seek. Doors that seem closed forever will open. Allies will appear in unexpected places. Resources will come into your life in ways that defy conventional reasoning. All of this is part of the orchestration, a divine symphony playing out perfectly according to His plan. Your enemies may still be plotting, still doubting, still thinking they control the situation. But what they don't realize is that Allah's control is absolute and the outcome has already been determined in your favor. Here's the subtle reminder. Do not underestimate the power of your own restraint. Every time you hold back, every time you choose prayer over retaliation, every time you respond with kindness instead of anger, you are participating in your own elevation. The victory is not only in what Allah will do externally, but in how your heart transforms internally. This is why patience is a weapon far stronger than any other, and why faith is the armor no enemy can penetrate. Now, as you continue to visualize this reality, start embodying the confidence of someone who knows the ending is already written. Walk with dignity, speak with clarity, and act with integrity. The world may still seem chaotic, but behind the scenes, The universe is aligning perfectly for the moment when your enemies will recognize what they once underestimated. That moment is coming, and it will exceed all expectations. Now, let's enter the phase where the weight of what's coming becomes undeniable. You have endured enough silence, enough doubt, and enough frustration. Your enemies think their power is absolute, but Allah is preparing a reality that will shake everything they assumed. Every whisper against you, every attempt to diminish your light is only making the brilliance of your eventual rise even more apparent. It is like the night that seems endless, yet it is the darkness that makes the dawn feel miraculous. Consider this. The moments of pressure, the moments when it feels like the world is against you, are the very moments where faith is tested and proven. Faith is not a comfort. It is a weapon. It is the silent, unshakable conviction that what Allah has decreed cannot be reversed or undone. While your enemies plot and scheme, Allah is quietly, meticulously, and powerfully orchestrating events to ensure that what comes for you is so monumental that their regret will be complete. Picture the day when those who underestimated you will witness the truth. They will see what they could not stop, what they could not predict, what they did not anticipate. The envy and frustration they harbor will melt into awe. They will realize that no human effort, no manipulation, no deception could ever overcome what Allah has destined for you. Their attempts to derail your journey have only accelerated your rise, polished your character, and prepared the stage for your triumph. As you arrive at this pivotal stage of your journey, remember that everything you have experienced, every trial, every moment of doubt, every prayer whispered in silence, has led you to this threshold. The breakthrough you now witness is not accidental. It is the result of unwavering faith, perseverance, and alignment with Allah's divine plan. Your enemy's regret is a confirmation, but the true reward lies in the transformation of your heart, your mind, and your purpose. The divine favor you are experiencing is not merely for comfort or material gain. It is meant to elevate you spiritually, to refine your character, and to prepare you for responsibilities that transcend ordinary understanding. At this stage, it is crucial to fully internalize the lesson embedded in your journey. Recognize that the obstacles you once faced were not punishments, but opportunities for growth, shaping your resilience and wisdom. Your successes are not just outcomes. They are proofs of divine orchestration, demonstrating that when you trust Allah completely, even the seemingly impossible becomes attainable. Let this realization inspire humility, gratitude, and an unshakable resolve to walk in the path of righteousness. Do not be distracted by fleeting admiration or envy. Instead, channel your focus toward meaningful actions that honor the blessings bestowed upon you. Your enemy's astonishment is a reflection of the contrast between reliance on worldly schemes and the power of divine guidance. While they may struggle to comprehend your rise, you are learning that true victory is not about dominating others, but about mastering your own spirit, intentions, and faith. The recognition you now receive is temporary in its external form, but the spiritual growth you cultivate is eternal. It is this internal transformation that prepares you for even greater phases of life, where your influence, purpose, and blessings expand far beyond what you once imagined. Take this moment to reflect on the power of consistency in worship, gratitude, and ethical conduct. Your prayers, your patience, and your conscious efforts to remain aligned with the divine principles have created a foundation for enduring success. As doors open and opportunities unfold, approach them with discernment, humility, and awareness. Each choice you make now carries weight, shaping not only your immediate future, but the trajectory of your spiritual and worldly journey. By making decisions rooted in faith and wisdom, You ensure that the blessings you receive are sustainable, impactful, and aligned with Allah's greater plan. Understand that your journey serves as a beacon for others. People around you, whether they realize it or not, are observing your life as an example of what is possible when faith and perseverance guide action. Your victories are not just personal triumphs. They are testimonies that inspire others to remain steadfast, to trust Allah's timing, and to pursue their own paths with integrity. Embrace this role with responsibility and grace, knowing that the influence you wield can shape hearts, minds, and communities in ways that extend far beyond immediate recognition. As you step forward, continue to nurture your spiritual connection. The more you align with the divine guidance, the clearer your purpose becomes, and the more profound your impact on the world around you. Every prayer, every act of kindness, every decision made in sincerity contributes to the tapestry of your destiny. Your enemy's regret may be visible, but the true measure of success is the alignment of your life with Allah's will, the peace that fills your heart, and the capacity to act as a source of goodness and inspiration. Now, pause for a moment and center yourself in gratitude. Acknowledge the journey, the trials overcome, the wisdom gained, and the blessings received. Pray for continued guidance, protection, and the ability to use your blessings for the highest good. Ask Allah to keep your heart humble, your intentions pure, and your life a reflection of His infinite mercy. Let your faith be the compass that directs your choices, and let your life become a testament to the transformative power of trust in Allah. Finally, take comfort in knowing that this is only the beginning. Greater opportunities, deeper understanding, and more profound blessings lie ahead. Walk with confidence, patience, and unwavering faith, knowing that Allah's plan for you is perfect, your enemy's astonishment is temporary, and your spiritual and worldly elevation is eternal. Prayer. May Allah continue to guide you, protect you from harm, grant you clarity in all decisions, and bless your journey with abundant wisdom, resilience, and peace. May your actions reflect His mercy, your heart remain steadfast in faith, and your life become a beacon of inspiration for all who witness it. Amin.